Long overdue, but here's my Clash of Kings Asia Battle Reports Round 2 Goblins vs Salamanders. Stay tuned. Hello there! I like to watch battle reports to get better at games. So I started making short, summarized battle reports that focus on learning points. So welcome to my channel, Newbie Dice. Do like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you enjoy my videos. Do consider speeding up this video with the YouTube settings to consume this content or other YouTube content in a fraction of the time. Alright, Goblins versus Salamanders, let's get to it. This is part of my Clash of Kings Asia games, which happened in late February. So we are playing with just the generic or rather universal orders. None of the faction orders are being played. So these are the list of universal orders. And I'm playing my Goblins with all this. You can check out the list explanations in my previous video. And my opponent is bringing Salamanders, 2 ancient troops, 2 the ceremonial guard hordes, so they are huge, 2 tyrant hordes, Eisenor lancers, 1 with J-boots, 1 with drunken ram, 3 Lachilidons, a herald with bane chant, and his aura is wild charge, 2 heavy infantry, 2 battle captains mounted, 1 with slashing, 1 with crushing, and a battle cap on Rhinosaur with Mead of Madness. So let's move on. Before that, let's have a quick shout out to my local game store. In my opinion, the best game store in Singapore. They are beginner friendly with demo games, paint workshops, and overall a very casual gaming environment. They have the widest range of games and hobby supplies, including very obscure hobby brands and tools. They have separate levels for retail and gaming, so you can shop in peace or take part in the rowdy, fun atmosphere on the gaming level. Their website is always updated with new products added weekly. hammerhouse.com.sg. Check it out. Right, oops. So that's my opponent, Desmond, for round 2. He's a Malaysian, so I played the Malaysian for round 1 and round 2, so I'm pretty happy about that. Usually don't get to play against these players. And this is my Goblin army on a modular display board. The whole thing can be dismantled. And this is my opponent's Salamander army, largely GW, but you do see a Rhinosaur captain there. Alright, let's move on. So we are playing Raise, the one where the center token cannot be burned, and you put 3 tokens on the opponent's on this line 6 inches from the center, and he puts 3 tokens on this line 6 inches from the center, and they still have to be 12 inches from each other. And because of this particular line that you have to deploy on, and the opponent on this line, right? Then there's a 12-inch bubble over here, and that usually that will mean that you will always be only able to squeeze 2 on one half of the table, right? So you see 2 here, and 1 must fit on the other half. And similarly for the opponent, he fit 2 on this half of the table, and the 1 is on the other half. So I'll talk more about that during the learning points, but this is how it is. So these can be burnt by ending your turn 2 onwards, ending your turn with more unit strength than the opponent, controlling the objective. You burn it, you score 1 point for burning it, and then it's gone for the rest of the game. So a perfect game will be you burning 3 points of the opponents and then holding the center for the 4th point while losing as little as you can. Hopefully the opponent burns 0. Okay. So we are deployed as so. Let me bring out this for the labeling. So if you want to check out in detail what is what, you can pause over here. If not, I'll just continue on. So one thing to take note is that he already given up on this token. So this token is already mine for free, basically, right? So on the other hand, I did contest all 3 tokens while he's mainly focused on this 2. But even this, right, is so far from his main force. So I'm not sure if it was the correct idea putting all his forces so far from this token. Okay, but maybe because he wanted to contest this token as well, and there's this big blocking terrain over here, so I guess he deployed his horde to dodge that big terrain, right? Yeah, I guess that's the main reason. If not, maybe you could have put the horde here, right? And then the faster elements out on the side, like this Tyrants and this Lancers as well. So that you still have a fast flank to contest this side. I do have lots of spears in my goblins, however, so that is something the opponent need to be wary of. All these in the front are spears. Okay, while this one is rebel, right? Yep. Okay. So let's move on. We'll just get used to the map as we go along. I got the first turn. So the thing about this map is some of the pieces are really small, especially the forest is quite small. Okay, so it's easy to think that, oh, as long as I'm standing behind the forest, I can't be shot at. But quite a lot of things can still shoot, right? So you see, one of my sharp stick throwers, okay, as well as bow shots from Grony, lightning bolts from here, and another one from this other sharp stick thrower here took out the first Achillodon. Okay, his shooting elements are only the 3 Achillodons, so I want to take them out first. If I have the chance, so that they don't get to snipe at my support pieces. Okay, so this king already moving up to contest this token. So he pushed his Achillodon closer to the forest, right, just standing outside of the forest, being overall very cautious with his advance. Okay, these Lancers did tend to hold this token, and then there is the battle captain on Rhinos on the mount, Raptor mount, hiding out over here. Okay, so that's pretty fast. I think it's a 16-inch charge. So let's see my response. So firstly, let's talk about here. My king on chariot did move up while staying out of threat range of these are Lancers, right? Then I burned the token with the rear end of my unit contesting, and of course I put it in a way that if this hero charge me, the unit over here can charge. Turn. Okay. Yep. And once again, the forest is really small, so just by moving my lightning bolters and Grony to the side, I could still see from here. I'm not sure if this sharp stick thrower can see. Maybe not. But nonetheless, the shots I have were enough to take it out. Okay, now he has one Achillodon remaining, and with this horde on the hill as well, is screening the 2 trombones. I have to carefully screen the trombones because they are only 8-10 wavered or killed very, very easily. Okay, so what else? Yeah, I guess everything just pushed up. Let's see response. Okay, so his Lancers opted to charge this unit over here, I guess to hold it up while his forces trundle forwards. And he's charging into spear, so it's not going to be amazing. Okay, so he left these 2 sort of guarding the token, but I think we measured afterwards that this battle captain on Rhinosaur was out of 3 inches of this token. Okay. Yep. This would be important later. So he charged over here at this thing on chariot and actually wavered it. So, but it's okay because I can back up and still charge in. Okay, so another thing to take note, I think I had some extra shots left over from previous turns. It deal 3 damage to the Lancers already. Okay, so once again, he's trying to screen behind this piece of terrain, but this piece of terrain, compared to this, not huge. If it was like this, sure, but it's not. So I could still easily get some line of sight on him. Okay, so that's important note. So let's start from the left side over here. So the thing on chariot backed out for the horde to charge, as well as this guy. This guy is Magua and Juice. He is duelist, so he has 21 attacks on trees. Crush 2 vicious. So that is very painful. So that combined charge took out that battle captain on Raptor. Okay, so shooting, still quite a bit of my shooting can see it. These 2 sharp sticks can see it. This trombones on the hill could still see it. this one wizard could see it. This wizard decided to alchemist curse, so you can see taken 4. Okay, so that amount of shots was enough to take out this unit. Okay. Now let's see over here. I charged my let's see. I charged my this guy in. What's his slasher in? Because the slasher is unit strength 2, and even without killing the Laclydon, I would be contesting this token because it's a 75 mil base, right? So I think it's roughly like this. Okay, so I'm closer from the drawing. So I'm closer. So unit strength 2 versus unit strength 1, I could take out this token. So that chance. I stepped this unit of rebel in. I didn't want to give up the rebel just yet because if the rebel went in, I think it'd be flanked from here. Okay, so I just charged these in, just the slasher in to burn the token. I thought it was worth it. So that's what I did. What's very likely with everything that's going on the left side, I have a good chance of burning both tokens. He already gave one to me. Now it's just this one on the horde. Okay, and since I burned the third one, right, I'm already at the upper hand because he's very unlikely to burn this one because I have so much stuff here, right? So just by burning 3, and then just by holding 1 without him able to burn it, right, I would be likely a win or worst case a draw as long as I don't let this token be burnt. Okay, because now then we're fighting for the center. Okay, so yeah, let's see what happens on his turn. The ceremonial guards charged out, so he abandoned this token to charge out. Okay, the slasher got charged by the battle captain, and I guess something's in the flank. No, how could? Oh, there's tyrants here. Okay, flanked, so that is definitely taking out. Yep, tyrants here flanked. This guy shuffled towards here. Ceremonial guards stopped it, and then I think the lancers even. I guess they was hoping to last a few rounds. Let's see what happened to the lancers. It got double charged, right? One regiment, one horde. Okay, and then it died. Okay, and it took 1 or 2 wounds earlier from some pot shot shooting. So I think I did roll well. Died, and then ceremonial guards probably charged this unit. Yep, and then going for the horde later. So I was just trying to delay. And then at this point, if you charge this ceremonial guard in, you would, yes, get this token, but then you'll be, because of this blocking terrain, you'll be out of the game for the rest. So I don't have to worry about this big block of nerf anymore. The thing about Goblin is I can't possibly take out all of the opponent's units. So I must sacrifice some units. So I'm very happy to sacrifice not killing 1 horde of ceremonial guard. Okay, so let's see what happens. Yep. Over here, nothing much happened over here. Okay, so one thing it was he moved this ancients up to look at the front, but I think this was in charge range. This King on Chariot charges 18, so this has a flank bonus. And of course, this one is Magua on Juice, still quite strong, right? Crush 2, Vicious, 7 attacks on trees. Okay, so let's see what happened here. The ceremonial guard charged in, not killing because it is hindered. He has to easily charge through the forest, right? So it is hindered. Yep. Okay. Then I backed up the spears to unload all my shooting on it. Basically, was what happened. So 2 trombones, no cover, right? 2 or 3 wingits. I think all 3 wingits went into it, and 2 sharpstick throwers went into it. The third one is here, so probably couldn't see. Yep, and then it was already 4 wounds on Alchemist Curse. I probably dealt another round of Alchemist Curse. So yep, that took out. Oh, and the Ancients got taken out with some Grony support as well. So Grony is Crush 3 if not hindered. Pretty strong. So I took out the ceremonial guard with shooting, got the ancient troop with combat. This captain on Raptor Mount held. Okay. So my spears did charge the ceremonial guard because I do have Bane Chan on the banner over here. So I thought I might as well charge first. Anyways, down here he is still out of the game for the rest of the game. But charging first, I blocked him from getting the token unless firstly he killed and he has to overrun enough. Okay. So on instant he didn't kill. So wow. Okay. But over here the two tyrants are coming in, right? These two are still pretty far away, I guess. So this red winged came up to block a flank charge from this ancients. So it was sacrificed. Okay, and then this horde was charged by 2 units. Okay, so at this point I'm starting to chuck wingeds away to delay his forces. Right. So another thing is I'm not sure if we skipped one of the turns because the numbering here seems to be a bit weird. I think this is supposed to be the bottom of 4. Okay, and then see what happens here. I shot down the tyrants, and then I blocked the second tyrants, and then he killed off with the ancients flanking, killed off the horde over here, so he gets to burn the token that's over here as well. So he burned 2 for sure, right? With this 2, and I burned 3, and I held the center. Okay, with this horde, this king, easily. Okay. So if this was turn 5, I definitely could have still delayed my opponent's advance. So easily I should be able to kill out this little captain. With Bane Chan support, I can move Bane Chan over here. Cast Bane Chan. Okay. Then, yep, I do have lots of shooting. Yep. I could probably take out the ancients with shooting. Then I block this tyrant. Is heavily wounded as well. Okay, Grony can charge in, and then even if it kills Grony and overruns 6 inches, it's not going to hit the token. And I'll probably shoot it out afterwards. Yep. Still, if there were more turns, I would still be able to take out his remaining units, save for the ceremonial guards. But granted, the ceremonial guards are heavily wounded. This looks like 14 to 15 wounds. Okay, let's look at some learning points. Yeah, small pieces of terrain is difficult to completely hide behind. Hindered charges are really bad. He has a lot of hindered charges this game. He has very little Pathfinder actually. Yeah, raise, don't let the enemy burn tokens easily. Even if you are bound to lose 1 token, maybe you throw a sacrificial unit out there to play a little bit of cat and mouse that they can't burn it so easily. So if you had 1 Lachilidon there, right, then I would still have to take out the Lachilidon out on the far side. The king on chariot can't just stand there and burn it for free. Okay, and raise. There's always 2 on one half and 1 on the other half. Okay, if you're fast, you punch the opponent's 2 tokens. If you're defensive and slow, then you hold your 2 tokens. Okay? Right. So, look at here. So if you split the table down the center, my 2 is on the right side. 2 is on the left side. Okay, so if he's a slow army, maybe he wants to consider being defensive. Okay, so putting the bulk of his forces over on this side, holding these 2 tokens, and then swinging from the center. Okay, so your goal will be to burn this token and get the center. Right, for 2. So if the opponent does the same, deploying heavy on this side, I will hold my 2 tokens, I burn 1, then it will become a fight for the center. Okay, so that's probably what you would like to go for if you're a slow army. If you're a fast army, you want to attack the opponents too. Sometimes in race, the two side is the same, then you'll find that most of the battle will happen on the one half of the table. Okay, so that's something to take note for raise. So shout out to my patrons, One Peep Anonymous, and do watch another video if you enjoy this style of battle reports where I try to give some insights and learning points. I do have a podcast as well, and so you can also support me on Patreon. With that, I thank you for watching another Newbie Dice Battle Report. I'll see you for the next video, which will be round 3 of my Clash of Kings Asia run. See you.